Hi.
What's up? How you doing today?
Good. How are you today?
Good, 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 good.
Not like we didn't just talk for 15 minutes before you hit record.
But still, we're live now. So we got to say, how are you doing today?
I know you say it louder.
Yeah,
I think I
well,
do too.
yeah, I think so too. We are Zooming today
I
again.
know. So dumb.
Hey, 'tis the season to be Zooming. Fa la 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 la.
No, it isn't. And it's not Christmas. Don't sing it. Flashbacks.
Oh, listen, every day is Christmas.
Listen. Speaking of Christmas,
What happened?
I went little club. This is not a paid plug. This is just fact. I went to Cost Plus. No, World Market. In Virginia, it was called Cost Plus World Market.
Okay.
That's why I say that all the time. But I went to World Market here in Winter Garden on Saturday with my beautiful daughter Bella, and their Christmas stuff was 90% off. I saved 680 or no, 760 some dollars. And I
That's,
spent 80.
and you spent $80?
Yes. And I saved 760 some. I got $25 stockings, 6 of them for $2.50.
Huh.
I know. My chest was hurting. I was so
Mm.
excited. It's called a Nordic tree, but I actually thought that it was a display stand.
Did you?
Yes, I really did. But it's like tall and wooden and it has little pieces coming out like this. I'm showing him on the Zoom with little like fingery things that stick up like this.
Yeah.
And you hang ornaments on it. And I have all these Starbucks ornaments, and I'm going to use that for my kitchen Christmas tree. I'm so
Mm.
excited. I was very excited about this whole thing.
Good for you, baby.
Thanks. Yay me. Yay Christmas.
I'm glad you got your stuff done.
Oh, I'm not done.
I know. I said that just so you can say what you was going to say just there.
I'm not done.
Oh,
I'm probably done with Christmas at 90% off in January, but anyway. Oh, mercy sakes. That was a big old yawn, Jeffrey.
I
I could have
know.
gone there and walked around.
Listen, well, that's fine too. That is fine too. But that's
You ever
okay.
yawn so big that it makes your jaw pop and it hurts?
Never.
Oh, I have.
I
I've
believe.
popped that sucker out of joint. Can you even imagine?
Yes, I could actually. Yes, I can imagine.
So what happened for you? Anything good this week?
I don't know. Did anything? I'm trying to remember. Oh, shout out. We went to Clay and Cliff's party.
Oh yeah. Happy 50th birthday.
Happy 50th birthday. It was a fantastic party. We're so just happy for them, and shout out to Mike, and shout out, it was a packed party. And so, as I said, Clay, if you ever doubted it, you are loved by so many, Clay and Cliff, and it's so well deserved. It was a
It was
great
so
time.
totally cool. I realized, listen, I'm old.
Okay.
I'm old. I got like, the next day when you get up and you're like, oh, did I take my pill? Yes, Kristie, you just can't drop it low.
No. And we danced
Oh
for
no,
a
I
long
can.
time.
I can do it. I just pay for it the next day.
Hey, you can do it, and you can dance your butt out. We was dancing. We had fun.
Yeah. But boy, we paid for it the next day.
We paid for the next day. My goodness.
My hips was hurting. My
I,
knees, the
my
back
body,
of my knees.
listen, my body's still aching.
I'm
My
good now.
body, listen, my body don't jiggle jiggle.
Listen, every time that you say fold, I swear when
uh,
we're together, I'm going to start just like dropping at the waist, straight down.
I was saying
No
one
matter
day
where we're at, just like, boom.
and fold. Oh, she
That'll be
fell.
fun.
No,
But
but
that place was beautiful. It was like it was at Epcot Boardwalk, which I didn't even
boardwalk,
know was
yeah,
a thing.
it was really nice.
Did you know it was a thing?
No,
I didn't know it was a thing either. And we live here and we're like Disney people. I didn't even know this existed.
I said, what is this?
And then it was like some club.
But it was nice. I said, I'd never been in there. I said, this is okay.
Yeah, there's little shops and like hotels, but it
A
looked like
big old dance
like the
floor.
beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. I like that place. And then we went to Animal Kingdom and walked around on Sunday.
And that
Not
was, yeah, that because
normal feedback.
we haven't done that in a minute. And it was just good to just not have anything and just kind of be normal,
Mm-hmm.
you know. just go out there and kind of do what we do, even if it's to shop or eat something. It was, just kind of good.
Yeah, I thought it was good. And that night I went to bed at like 8 o'clock.
Oh my goodness sake.
I also ordered groceries this week, and I cleaned the refrigerator and the freezer. Like, not only threw away old things.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you want to know what's disgusting though? I found a container shoved in the back of the refrigerator that was gravy from Thanksgiving.
I mean, I can't believe you sit on the podcast, but
who digs in the way bag? Not me.
that's
When I saw it, I was like, I didn't open it.
Why? A whole new world. That's why.
I mean, it's kind of gross.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, that would not have been good.
But I got that done, so I was glad about that too.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad y'all did that. I'm glad you got that done so you can rest about that. So check it off your list. So yay. So what are we going to talk about today? This is going to be a good one. Oh, last week. Let's talk about the podcast from last week briefly. Wonderful questions for this week, actually. But it was neat to see how many people took that test and just the different responses we got back from that. Most of you agreed with it. Some of you didn't agree with some of it. And it was just neat just to kind of go through that process with everyone. It was funny. Even on my church, at Tuscaloosa, we had a meeting, and we kind of took a test just like that. Like that, basically that test.
Right.
Basically. And it was neat to even hear how different people are, what level that they fit in, even from that realm. So it's really good. It's really good to sort of look at it, see where you are in your life, process it, agree, disagree, where can you grow? It really was cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think, well, I've seen a lot of this personally, where people are not on me, but like in banter back and forth, like on social medias, on those things, where people are like, "Oh my God, I never would have thought this person like that you would be a this."
Right,
guys, it don't work that way. It doesn't. You're not going to necessarily know what another person is.
Yeah,
like people present themselves with shields all the time.
Or they don't, and you may just have blinders on.
Well, no, but I mean, like, oftentimes many people do. That's what I'm saying.
And no, I agree with you.
Like,
I agree with you.
If there's, like, for me, like being a 6, I know that I'm pretty openly a 6, but one of the things about 6s is that they're very friendly.
Right.
I am very friendly. Selectively.
Yeah.
There are people who might disagree with my friendliness.
Mm-hmm.
But there are times that I get put in social situations or places where if I already know I don't want to associate with the company, you're going to see a wall, and I will just be hyper focused and vigilant and try, like, do the thing of like, I don't need any more friends.
Yeah.
I got enough. I'm good. Thanks. Mm-hmm. So you got to take that into consideration. It could be if someone doesn't seem like what you think they are, it could be that they are not that to you. That doesn't mean it's not what they are as a whole.
Yeah. And that's okay to also.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I hate it when people all be assumptive. And then arguing with people on social media. Shut up.
Yeah, I don't ever do that.
Why? Like, no one needs your opinion. They took a test and said what their number was. They don't need your comment.
Yeah. I'm not going to ever argue with you on social media or argue anonymously. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real.
I mean,
I never have one anonymously.
Listen, you'll never get my attention. I mean, I'll never even look at that kind of stuff. What?
No, let me tell you, know what I have learned to do?
What?
I should say, if I could remember their freaking fake name. I don't remember it. But like, when you create a fake profile and you want to be rude, like, it's so dumb. Like, first of all, I know you're obsessed with me. Like, literally, I know you're thinking, you've literally went through the effort to create a fake profile to try to make a comment or a statement to hurt my feelings. Not many people can hurt my feelings. And I promise you, your fake profile on Facebook makes me laugh. Like, that ain't ever going to happen. And then when people create fake profiles to argue with other people, okay, keyboard warrior, like, just say it. Just say it. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't.
There's my TED Talk for today.
Yeah, that stuff I don't participate in, nor do I really even see.
There's a button that says block. Like, honestly, you don't think I'm going to hit it? Come on. Like, create another fake profile just so you can look at me. Go ahead.
Oh, and this is
literally
green.
Why are you so obsessed with me, honestly?
Stop it. This is green of red and green. Getting green.
This is where people say, she's friendly. I'm friendly when you're not crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But no. So it doesn't always, the test doesn't always line up, but it puts you in a position where you just got to reflect and so on and so forth.
Well, my opinion is this. I think it lines up. I do. Like, mine almost hurt my feelings.
Right.
Because it lined up so spot on. But at the same time, for you to have an accurate test, you got to tell the truth.
Yep. Yes.
And you got to answer questions. Don't have nobody call it out to you. Answer questions sitting by yourself in a dark room. Mm-hmm. And then be like, what am I really going to say? I had to do that with myself.
Yeah.
Like, there was answers I wanted to answer one way, but then I'm like, you big fat liar face. And then when you answer it, though, the right way, I literally got spot on. And then there's some things that I might not do to the nth degree, but I probably still do it. Like, some aspects of the characteristics might weigh heavier one way and lighter on some, but all of them are, spot on. I'm an anxiety-riddled mess.
Wow.
Who's friendly and will love you to the end.
Wow. Well, so that being said, we had some questions today. What we're going to talk about is basically more so that test, but from the standpoint of the questions that we receive, but we're going to answer them from Kristie's a 6 and I'm a 2. And so it'll be interesting to hear how because we're so different, but in some ways so similar. You know what I'm saying? And how do we answer that? Now, will every 6 answer the same, the question the same way? Nope. Will every 2 answer it? No, because we are a product of our experiences also. So therefore, sometimes it will be a little different. That's why when I took the test, I agree with so many of it. Some of it I didn't agree with. Some of it I'm not there yet, and it may be right or it may be wrong. It's just, because we are a product of our different experiences, but it was a great test. And so I was like, okay, here we go. So you want to go for my questions first, or you want me to read?
You read. I don't want to read.
Okay.
I don't have my glasses on.
Okay. It's how do you deal with feeling lost? From a number 6. How do you deal with feeling lost?
Lost?
Yeah.
I live in a constant, I don't know what you mean by lost, to be fair. Now I'm into analyzing.
How do you, when you feel lost emotionally, not knowing where to go, just how do you handle, just feeling lost?
I can't say that what I think of, let me be fair when I say this. What I think of when somebody says that they feel lost, I don't think I have ever felt.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't think I've ever felt that way, but I could be wrong. And like, anxiety could be someone feeling lost, or I guess it depends on the definition of the word. But like, for true loss, like, I don't know what to do. I never know what to do. I always am living in a state of, I don't know what to do if this happens. That's the thing. I live in a state of, what do I do if this happens? So I'm always planning for the worst.
Gotcha.
And I always live in a constant state of anxiety.
Okay.
And
But is that a number 6 or is that just
yeah,
you? So number 6 lives in a state of anxiety?
yeah.
Okay.
Like my number one need, you know this, like you know this. You might not say it in a constant state of anxiety. Like you might not.
Yeah, because I don't see you in a constant state of anxiety at all.
No,
But
like,
you know you better than I do. You know what I'm saying?
well, what I'm saying is this too, though. When your definition of living in a constant state of anxiety, you might think of somebody going like, "Oh God, I don't know what to do."
Yeah.
But I do this. Let me give you a perfect example. Do you want to go to Jeff? Okay, I'm going to speak as you. Hey, you want to go to Animal Kingdom on Sunday? What's the weather supposed to be? That's what I say.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Like 71. Do you think that'll be cold or hot? And do you think it's going to rain? Because if it's raining, I don't want to go.
Right.
If it's raining, then we'll just figure it out. I don't want to go if it's going to rain because I don't like it when the bottom of my pants get wet.
Right.
So I really need to plan
Uh-huh.
for the worst case scenario.
And
If we're going to when it's raining, I'm going to take the rain suit that we bought for when it rains. So I want to go. So I bought rain suits
right.
to pack in a Disney bag because
Mm-hmm.
you like to go to Disney. See,
Mm-hmm.
this is the way we solved this. This is a great example of a 2 and a 6, the way we solved this problem.
Right.
You want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to go and I want to have fun and I want to, and then there's me. I can't go and have fun. I'm going to be stressed in my mind. And it's not stress like crippling anxiety. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's like an uneasiness to where it can take some of your joy if I don't know what I'm going to do. So I can pack this freaking ugly outfit
Uh-huh.
and bring it with me. And it solves the problem.
Gotcha.
So I plan for the next thing. So I would have to say that if I'm lost, I plan. If I feel lost, I plan. And I verbalize to you. Like take your person if you feel lost and say, I feel lost. Let them probe you. Like, what do you feel lost about? How are you feeling? You do that really well.
Mm-hmm.
Like to help me
Mm-hmm.
when I'm nervous or stressed, you can question me into being rational.
Gotcha. For a 2, I'm totally opposite. I don't feel that way. I just, have I when I feel lost, the times I have felt lost, my anxiety goes out the window. And how do I kind of cope with it? I get quiet. And I just try to I try to just talk myself off a ledge, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be okay, this is fine. This too shall pass. Monday will become Tuesday. Tuesday will become Wednesday. Whatever's going to happen is going to be over, and eventually it'll get better. And I have to constantly talk to myself. That right there, and you know this, I become extremely focused. I block everything out, and you've seen that, so where, like, if I'm anxiety, if I got a performance now, and if I feel lost about something, there's 2 things I realize. The only 2 things I can do in this world, truly, well, more than 2, but in this situation right here, for my anxiety, only 2 things I can control is my preparation and my response to people. I can control how prepared I am for something in terms of, if we're talking about music, you know what I'm saying? And my response to people. Are you measured? Have you thought this through? Have you? And oftentimes in terms of anxiety, that kind of calms myself down because what it does is that I relinquish control of everything else. And oftentimes anxiety can be based in control, wanting to be in control, controlling the environment and knowing you want to control everything around you. And sometimes you just only control what can you control?
Mm-hmm.
Your outfit, you know what I'm saying? Pack your outfit, pack an umbrella, or if you don't like an umbrella, what you call it, a rain jacket, and keep it going. So how do you deal with feeling lost? You deal with feeling lost by planning for every situation. I deal with feeling lost by trying to live in the moment and trying to calm myself down to get past that section before I move on to something else.
One thing I'll say though, about any time that you are nervous. And this is something I don't even know who I was telling the other day. I was talking about you. And it's like one of the worst things to say about somebody. And I mean no disrespect when I say this. I
Uh-oh.
really don't.
She's
But
setting it up, guys.
the whole serpent thing
Yeah.
that used to be when I would hear you talk and I didn't know you,
Right.
like, but I heard you speak and you were like, you talked about serving people. I swear, this makes me sound either I'm a terrible person. I don't know. I still am coming to grips with it. I literally thought you were full of crap.
Right.
Like you talk and inwardly my inner eyes would roll. Like, whatever. Until I got to know you like this.
Mm-hmm.
You focus on everybody else when things are bothering you.
Yeah.
You focus on everybody else most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like you do it more when things bother you. Like you turn things outward. Like kind of forget your own self and your own stress and turn like, okay, well, I can't do nothing about this right now. These are the two things I can do. So I'll do all of this in the process. And you turn something ugly into something pretty.
Well, I agree with you. Let me tell you.
I am awesome. I do agree.
Oh, no.
I was being funny.
In terms of, but for number two, that's a double-edged sword because that is true in terms of you focus on other folks, but other people can hurt you. And if you're tenderhearted or sensitive, it can knock you down. And then on top of that, what ends up happening is you've then neglected yourself and your needs. So you've done two things. You've hurt yourself twice. You have focused on everybody, and then you're hurt from that. And then you've hurt yourself because you haven't done your own self-care. So, it can be a double-edged sword. So just be careful of that when you want to feel lost. Let's go to the next one. Okay, from a 2 to a 6. Okay, that was the same one. Okay. Feeling lost in life. Have you ever thought about writing a book?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have, and I have.
Okay,
For
number 6, talk about it, please.
I don't know if I can answer it from a number 6 exactly.
Okay.
In just that.
Yes.
But, a lot of people think that they know me.
Mm-hmm.
And like, not to make it like Eminem and give you an 8 Mile story, but at my age and what I've been through, there's times I look back and think that must have happened to someone else.
Yeah.
Like,
no doubt.
I don't understand how I made it.
Right.
Like, I've had some serious illness go on in my life as an adult.
Yeah.
Been a single mom of 3 kids, lost a husband, have moved, have done like things to me. If somebody else told me they were going to do it, I'd have anxiety. And I don't know how I did it.
Right.
But I do know how I felt. And I want people to know how I feel now. How I felt then. Like feel, felt, found almost. Yeah. And I wish everybody, my life is not perfect and I have stress, but I wish that everybody could feel the pure joy that I really have. First of all, I'm so thankful for God. Like, give him all the glory in everything that we do, like this podcast and everything else. Like, I'm so grateful for, without him, I don't know how I'd have got through anything, but I don't even feel like I can't describe it. And so to write a book, I've written it, and there's a whole lot that I have to cut out because I have a hard time writing something and not being completely honest and open.
Right.
But my life has involved other people's lives.
Yeah. Right.
And that does not give me permission to tell everything about them.
Right. Exactly.
So I struggle with that. But boy, you want a book written? Give me a topic. I can do it in a week.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can knock chapters out. Boom.
You know, for me, am I gonna write a book? Yes, definitely. Um, of course, hopefully it's gonna be something that's I want to inspire others because that's just who I, that's who I am in my heart's core, in my heart, but I want to give honor for all the shoulders who I stand on. But I want to inspire educators, music educators, but I also want to inspire people who are not even in music, just people,
Mm-hmm.
from my ups, from my downs, um, ins and outs. So I will be writing a book. Definitely. Definitely.
You think I'll top it? I'll
Huh?
top it for you.
Neither one of us will be typing it. I'm going to hopefully a publicist know that kind of good stuff. But yeah. So from that standpoint, it's just like, yeah, I want to do that. The other question I have is, okay, never mind. Where do you get your suits? Joseph A. Banks. Shout out to Joseph A. Banks.
Maybe
Whatever.
they're asking me.
That too. Well, I
I
said
wore a
my
suit one
suit.
time.
Where do you get your suit from?
I got my suit.
Yeah.
I wore a suit at FMEA. Remember?
Yeah.
It was plaid with a Rolling Stones t-shirt,
Yes.
black leather tennis shoes. It was a cute outfit. I got that suit from the Goodwill
Mm-hmm.
for $4.99, new with tags. Thank you.
Look
Two
at
pieces
that.
and Taylor.
Hmm. Does life ever slow down for you? I feel like I'm always working towards worrying about the next thing and it just keeps going. How do I not just stress constantly over everything? How do I keep from burning out? How?
Good question. I don't know. I
Um,
stress over everything.
does my life ever slow down? No. There are moments, I should say yes, then yes. There are snapshots in which they do slow down. Um, Working towards worrying about the next thing. One thing that personally, as a number two, that I've been working on is not so much working towards the next thing, but enjoying in the space that I am in the moment. It's like I know the next thing is coming. But if I look so far ahead to the next thing, well, I'll miss what's happening today.
I do that.
So like the podcast is my thing today. So I mean, so in this moment, I am totally locked in on the podcast. When I'm off this podcast, then I got to prepare for concerts or classes or whatever else. That becomes my it, and then I try my best to focus on that and enjoy that moment. I was never like that. It was always the next thing. And the older that I have become, the one thing that I've been trying to work on is, Jeff, enjoy the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy the moment. And I've had professors who've kind of talked to me about that. And I, as a young student, as an up and coming conductor and teacher, you don't always think about that, and it's like I'm just at a different place in my life in which I just want to enjoy the moments. I'm thankful for the career. I'm thankful for all that has happened, but I also want to enjoy it, you know? So that's for me.
So for me, I think that living in the, I'm pretty good at living in the moment, but it just depends exactly what it is. Like I'm still kind of a chicken on some things and I like to plan things out.
Mhm.
But to me, that can be living in the moment by planning things out because I feel very empowered by it.
Yeah.
I have, I set goals on everything and measurable goals.
Okay.
So I like the feeling. I don't like the feeling of ending.
Okay.
So like, does it ever slow down? I don't ever feel fast or slow.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So like in your candlelight season, it was a lot of different things on different days.
Right.
But I also knew like it ends on this date, and then on this date is this. And then on
Yeah.
this date, there's this, and then there's this and that. So like I always know what's coming and planned because I like to have a calendar and to be organized. But I think it's important to live in a state of gratitude at all times,
Yeah.
especially if you're feeling overwhelmed. Like if you're at work and you feel completely stressed out, and there's times that like at work, I feel mega stressed. But let me
Right.
do this too, even in those moments, I love my job. I love my bosses.
Right.
Like I'm very blessed in my professional life.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm school stresses me out, but who in the world gets to go back to school at my age? Single mom, 3 kids,
Yeah.
widow, and here I am. Like doing it, killing it. Like I'm grateful that I've got the capability to do so.
Yeah.
I have a great home. I'm so thankful for it. Like, so when I feel like, ah,
Mhm.
at the same time, take a moment and like just say, okay, I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful for this. And of all those things that you're thankful for, maybe even send like a thank you text to the people that help you get there.
Yeah.
That always seems, so you don't feel like everything's so busy. When you're busy and you don't feel like things are slowing down, see it as a positive. If you can spin it in your mind to be a positive
Right.
rather than a negative thing,
Right.
because you have so many opportunities when you're busy,
True.
whether it be an opportunity for friendship or a job or to sing or to dance or to go to school or to visit with family or all of these things.
Right.
Like I got totally stressed during candlelight season. Why? Because I had to work and I had to go to candlelight and I had school and I had kids and but you had a job at candlelight.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm so grateful you had that. My kids had school. I'm so proud of them for school and all the different performances that I had to do for them. My
Yeah.
job. Praise the Lord, I have a job.
Right. Right.
So grateful for. You know what I mean? So like, there you go. That's what I do.
Yeah, you gotta keep going. And you figure, and you're so good at that. You're so good at reminding yourself, I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful for this. It could be
Sometimes I might have gritted teeth.
I mean, for real, gritted teeth for real. And the final question basically is, and if you notice this, it goes from a 2 to a 6, but then some of it is just not a 2 or a 6 at all. It's just your life experience.
Yeah.
And so the final question that we got for today, and we got a few questions, and we can answer some as we go on in other podcasts. How do you not just stress constantly over everything? How do I keep from burning out? And I think we talked about how do you not just stress constantly over everything.
I do stress constantly over everything.
Yeah, but you also talked about
No.
you plan.
I do plan. And here's the thing though, with planning and being the way I am, you have to become a person, if you have anxiety, to realize not only do I have anxiety, I have intrusive thoughts, which are two totally separate things. And a lot of people don't understand what that is. But like my intrusive thoughts are things like this. I could have my front blind open, have it open every day for 6 years. And one day look at it, and a thought in my head would be, I wonder if there's a sniper in the neighbor's backyard and they could shoot me square in the head.
Lord.
I don't know where that came from.
Right.
I don't know why I thought it.
Well, you was in the Air Force, and so
that ain't got nothing to do with it. It's just that's who I am as a person.
Right.
Like I will think, like I will have. You can't not call me on your way home without you being squished by a Mack truck. Like there's things in my head that are irrational, destructive thoughts, and I know it.
Right.
Intrusive thoughts, I should say. And so, one, you have to learn to realize that and then tell your people.
Yeah.
Because although, yeah, it could happen, statistically it won't. And you probably know that too.
Yeah.
But don't live with it by yourself. Like, that helps me. And like, how many times have I told you about like my fears of future?
Oh yeah.
Like, and it helps telling you, because in that moment where he is one who doesn't, he might stress, but you don't stress nothing like I do.
No.
You stress, but not over the things I stress about.
Right.
You know, like I'm thinking like when we are 78 years old, what if the stock market crashes, every piece of retirement money is gone, and you fall and break your leg, and we can't afford a wheelchair lift and we live in a second floor?
Oh my God. I don't even want to even listen. I'm not going inside that brain. This old as a
But oh, you've dove in it. You know how it can get.
Let me run up out of that thing. Oh no,
No, you don't. Look, why are you talking a big game on a podcast? I will call you out.
Listen.
This is what he does.
Excuse
Don't
me.
listen to him.
No. Excuse me. Pause.
I'm gonna TikTok.
Number one, we are literally talking about what you just not said. That's what we're talking about. And I said that's a whole lot of crazy stuff. No, I'm not dealing with that one. But then, how do I keep from burning out? You know, that's a hard one for me. And that's the one I struggle with. You know, it's because I love what I do so much. It's that was difficult because I don't feel, I'll tell you this right here. I don't feel burned out, but I'm trying to get better at how much I do or don't do because I don't want my work to suffer of the level that you can do things. So sometimes it's best to do less great than more mediocre, if that makes sense to you. And so that's one thing. So the other thing for me is that's why I love when we go to Disney World or something, you know, because then I can relax my brain a little bit. Understand, knowing that the intrusive thoughts will still come tap dancing across my forehead, you know, but I'm able to do something else besides music, you know, and I think that's important. So I try to take these pockets of breaks in which I don't do that stuff, where I don't burn out. And then next year I'll try to figure, okay, what way can I become more efficient with my time or don't do so much or whatever like that. And so it's a constant battle. What about for you?
Well, I'm going to finish the first part, what I was saying first.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Uh-huh.
With the things of like, with what I think about,
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to let you self-deprecate and say that you would run from it, because you don't. You don't. When I have problems or issues and I think of scary things of way far off, you've never been rude or hateful about it. You've never.
Oh, no, I wasn't talking about that. Yeah.
You've never said, I don't want to jump into that mind.
Oh, right. No. Yeah, no, never. And never. Yeah.
And if somebody has that, don't ever say that. Like, I'm correcting that because you meant it as funny, but somebody else could say to somebody, you know what I mean? Like, ooh, okay, that's what I'm going to say. I ain't jumping into that. You don't want to tell somebody.
Oh, yeah, no. I was just being silly, y'all, for the part of no, yeah. Oh, no.
It's a thing to where he might tell me it's crazy, like long story. You know what I mean? Like, but he never says it rude. And find somebody that can tell you that your irrational fears are irrational, and really solve them in a way of like, you know, I told you, I don't even know, at one point, like the Orlando housing market has me completely stressed out because like rents are skyrocketing and they're skyrocketing and interest rates 19%. And what if I get to where I can't afford a house?
Yeah.
Literally. I know I'll have a house.
Right.
But at 11:30 at night, some days, I'm sure that I'm going to live on South OBT under the bridge.
Jeez.
But anytime I tell you this, you start talking through steps. Well, you have this and this and this, and this is what you could do, and this is and this and this.
Yeah.
And then, would you ever be homeless? As long as I've got a mommy and daddy, as long as I know you, you would never let me be homeless. I would never let you be homeless. Michelle
Yeah,
would
no,
never.
that never
be
happened.
homeless.
I can't see
You know,
it.
like you can do that roll call of like, you'll never be homeless for the people that love you around you. You'll never be homeless of this, but things, insecurity, again, top 6.
Right.
Scares you.
Yeah, and the thing about it, to echo that, one thing you gotta understand is when oftentimes this kind of goes right into it. We often talk about our feelings facts. You know what I'm saying? Are your feelings reality? Yes, your feelings are reality. Are your feelings real? Absolutely. The question is not are the feelings are real. The question is are the facts, real. So
Supporting.
so we deal in two different things. So no, never diminish someone's feelings, because if they feel that way, that's their reality. And therefore you honor, you respect that. The question is, does that fact line up? Because oftentimes a misinterpretation or a fact that's not necessarily rooted in whatever could then lead to your real emotion. So what do? You handle what the facts are, which then will inform the emotion. So that's why we kind of talk when you go through this. I said, now let's talk about, I see how you feel and I respect it, but now let's talk about this. You know that ain't gonna happen because this, and this, and this, and this. So I just spit facts to you to to inform your emotion and then hopefully let you get past it. You know what I'm saying? And
But
that's what we can do.
at the same time, you mismatch my energy. People talk all the time about matching energy, and it's important to match someone's energy.
Uh-huh.
No, I disagree, especially in a high level stress situation.
Right.
If I'm here, you almost become monotone and low.
If you're here, meaning if you're high stress.
Yeah. Oh, they can't see me. I forget that.
Yeah,
if
they
I'm
can't
like way up in that sky,
Uh-huh.
you are like almost monotone. And why do you think that'll happen?
Mm-hmm.
Like you almost verbally go lower than me.
Right.
You physically, because I'm spazzing everywhere, you might hold my hands,
Uh-huh.
hold my face,
Right.
like touch me, say, sit down, calm down. If I'm pacing, you got to sit, going through all of the different steps that we need to do to get me to calm down and then to where I can hear you.
Right.
And a lot of times, like, and listen, we don't fight now.
No.
But we used to. I hate to say fight, but like, because we never fought.
Part of it was when you listen, one thing that we are constantly and we are learning, you don't listen to respond, you listen to listen. And when if you're focusing on talking to get your 2 cents in, you're not listening to what the person is saying.
Right.
So sometimes it's okay, let me listen to not respond, but let me take in what you're saying. And then, okay, let me process it before I say something back.
Right. And like, not everything needs to be fixed.
Yep. And you don't have to be right all the time. Sorry. It's not.
No, and I mean, let me tell you, I have such strong opinions about things I don't know about. People, we all do. Listen, shut up, Jeff. You wipe that ugly smile off your face. You got the prettiest smile, it ain't ugly. But I really do have I should get recognition for saying this to 7,000 people last week.
Right.
So I don't know what the number will hear this, but I have very strong wrong opinions at times.
They be passionate too.
I mean, they are passionate and opinions that I do not have any business even having a thought over.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, I do. I have opinions of things. This will make you laugh just because of what they're titled.
Yeah.
And you don't know the level of restraint. People, you don't understand. There's so much wrong with me. Lord, love me through this. But all I can say, I'm just going to give like a small example. I'm gonna He's shaking his head no, like, don't. He will give me liturgies. He'll be like, yeah, I'm going to perform this. And then if the word liturgy is in it, I'm already running into traffic. I hate it.
Yeah.
I might not hate it. I've never heard it in my whole life. Then I Google it so I can hate it more. Because like this one time I heard chamber music and I hated it. I think we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
But now I think everything of certain titles is that. And I got strong, passionate opinions about it.
Right.
And sometimes you shouldn't have opinions about things you don't know about. And like sometimes I still have them.
You've gotten a lot better though.
No, I still have them. I just don't say them.
Yeah. Therefore, you've gotten a lot better.
Well, no, I mean, I'm working on not having them. I want to not have them.
Right.
I want to get to where I'm open-minded.
Mm-hmm.
It is not open. But like at the same time, if you're passionately wrong about something, and I can be, other people can be passionately wrong about things too.
Right.
Right. And when somebody else, if I think someone is passionately wrong about something, it hurts my feelings.
Right.
And I want to fight and I want to like say, no, I don't want to make somebody else feel that way.
Right.
I really don't want to make somebody else feel that way. So in my head, I just try to think it and shut up about it. And then I will come to you later, though. That's something that we've gotten good about.
Yeah.
We talk about that. We check things and talk about it later.
Yeah.
But we talk about everything.
Yeah.
And I'd have to say this too. Somebody asked us about this. They asked us how we fight. And I don't know. That's another show. But what I will say is this. We don't get off the phone mad.
Right.
We don't leave each other mad. We don't really we will allow anger and frustration, but not meanness.
Yeah. You have to
You can be angry at me, but you can't be mean to me.
It's exactly. I mean, you have to be intentional.
Mm-hmm.
All of it has to be intentional because it can be hard sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
That's just reality.
And especially, y'all got to understand, me and him ain't alike. I think we're the most opposite people on this freaking planet, except that we love Jesus.
Exactly.
And we both like clothes.
Yes.
And we both think my hair looks amazing right now.
Oh my gosh. Lord.
Shout out to Michelle. Got my hair done. Looks good. Thank you.
Yeah, Michelle. Thank you.
Anyway, but yeah, I mean, when you're this opposite, I've also never been happier.
Right.
And I've never felt like anything has been as healthy as this in my life.
Right.
I feel like I'm a better mom. I'm a better friend. I'm a better daughter. I'm a better sister. Because I'm learning to communicate not only with you, but you forced me to because we were so opposite.
Right.
Like, I feel like this, well, probably you too, though, right? Like,
yeah, no, I just understand just by living. You can understand something. We've had a lifetime before we started dating.
Yeah.
So therefore, you look at your past and you look at mistakes and you look at so on and so on, you say, okay, it's about communication. It's about having the tough conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And just, okay, let's talk about it. Let's just talk about it, and not try to control the other person's emotions through it. I don't want your feelings to be hurt. You don't want my feelings to be hurt. No, let's talk about this. Mm-hmm. And it's, and you just kind of give yourself some rules and say, okay, you're not going to attack me. I'm not going to attack you. That's not an option that you have. That's an option that we have. But please tell me how you feel.
I think it's also You've done this very well with me because I'll punch a hoe.
Real quick.
Like, you can take the redneck out the trailer park. You can't take the trailer park out the redneck. No, like I don't have a problem fighting. I have a TikTok. It's really funny. Like if our eyelashes are braided together, I'll punch you in the name of Jesus. Like I'm a fighter. I'm not a talker by nature. I would rather punch you in the throat and walk away. And not with my kids and but like I've lived my life in relationally speaking, I'm loyal, right? So let's go to the Enneagram again for a second.
Yeah.
I'm still loyal until I'm not.
Right.
And then when I'm not, the switch goes like this.
Click.
And until that point where the switch went down, I'd have done anything. I've been hurt. I've begged, I've pleaded, I've cried, I've prayed, I've dieted, I've ran, I've tried, and then I didn't.
Right.
And when the switch goes like this,
they don't see it. They don't see it. But click.
Oh, yeah. My finger went down.
Her finger went down. Y'all didn't see it.
Right. It went click, then I'm done. And at that point, and I don't mean it sounds cocky or condescending, or I don't mean it that way, but like you're dead. Like I'm done. I'm done. And one of the reasons that I'm probably not in jail is my kids, because so many people needed their teeth knocked out.
Yeah. And me.
What do you mean?
I've stopped you.
Oh, well, yeah. Like, I mean.
No, that's not.
You put the bottle in.
Just calm. Well, that's what I try not to let myself get to that point because I know me. So let me just.
Well, no, I don't want to get there now.
Oh, yeah,
like, but you have in this relationship have taught me to breathe, to listen, and really kind of work on. You don't have to cut everything off. I don't know how I'm trying to say it. Anyway.
No, I get it.
They probably don't. I'll come back to it another day.
I think they probably
know where I'm going.
No, but but to wrap it up is that, we've both grown so much and we're still growing and we're still learning and we're not perfect. And so it's just being open with the learning process to help others, So absolutely, you've come a long way. I've come a long way. It's just figuring who we are, where we are in our life, and then moving forward, as a number 6, as a number 2, and everything in between,
And guess what?
What?
You might be a number 2, but you my number 1. That was so cute of me. I love me for that.
There's nothing else. You my number 1 too.
We are so precious. Like, honestly.
Okay. Yeah. So this was a long one today. So
it kind of was. Hold on. I want to say one thing because I don't want to forget it because this is so important.
Yeah.
I want to say congratulations to a beautiful young lady. Her name is Emma Griffiths, and she is our new Miss Southern Indiana 2023.
Oh, Emily, congratulations. Emma Griffiths. Yes, I'm very proud of you.
Emma.
Way to do it, Queen. Way to do it.
Killed it.
Even though I'm sad I didn't get you at UCF, I am very happy where you are. You're in a fine school and you're doing some great work. So, yay. Congratulations, sweetie.
So proud of her. She's one of our podcast listeners and very active on the pod, but she also she was one of Jeff's, I don't know, how do you, like, in All-State or something? I
conducted an All-State and I really recruited her. And I thought I was close, but we didn't get her, but she stayed in touch and she's doing some wonderful work, and I'm very proud of her.
But I mean, like this girl, this was her first pageant.
Like, she's incredible. She's
She
incredible.
like,
She's
and
the
she
real
killed it.
deal.
And from one pageant queen to another, congratulations, ma'am. Like, I'm so proud of her, though. So proud of her. So congratulations, Emma. We're so proud. I
So
think I needed to say that.
congratulations again. So that being said, this ends this podcast. Don't forget to rate, review, and what's that word you say?
Subscribe. You almost had it.
Subscribe to Red and Green the podcast. And we will see you next week on Red and Green.
The podcast.
Yeah, that took too long. No, how you
Okay.
stop it?